Did you give him Javon's internet today, Chief?
No. I guess I'm gonna host this episode, man.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Lyles Miles Movie Files. And as always, we have Bro Shot, Big Little Brother.
What's going on? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you feeling? How was your
I'm
week?
doing well, man. It's a good day, man.
Good. Also in the building, as always, Chief. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate you guys for nominating me once again to come out, man. We have a third one appearing tonight, but he's having a little bit of a technical difficulty, man. But I'd like to kick this one off, man, by saying, welcome to your first week of football.
Well, I see you're rocking a new Giants hat.
You know what, man? I am not excited for the season.
You're supposed to say hope springs eternal. You guys are going to do great this year.
No. I am ready for the season, but not excited, man. The Giants are a treasure trove of disappointment. But your Denver Broncos, man, they're looking good. How are they going to do?
You listen to some people, we're going to shock people. And then there's others that are rightfully know that, hey, we're probably going to be some trash. Hey, bro.
Hey, are you on the screen okay?
Yeah, we're working.
You guys are talking fine?
Yeah, we're good. We're talking.
Yeah, we're on. We're live. We waited for you. And then the crowd was like, where's he going? Where's he at? So
okay, I think I'm back.
I'd like to introduce the man who made this all possible. Lyles Movie File creator himself, Mr. Lyles.
Thank you. I don't know what the heck was going on with my darn internet.
I waited till so you're good.
Did Jace just turn his camera off?
Yeah.
Okay. They waited till exactly showtime to start doing some dumb stuff. Like, what are you doing? All right. Anyway, I guess it's straight.
Yeah.
I had to go on to Chrome tomorrow because this was like, nah, dude. All right. Anyway, what's up, fellas? What's up, guys in the chat? How are we doing? It's a crazy week already. Jamelin's here. Man, do I have a list for you guys? I'm going to have to break it up into categories or something.
Okay.
No doubt talking about our topic of TV shows that were canceled way too soon. We'll be getting to that soon. Snake Eyes. Howdy, partners. Howdy, Snake Eyes.
Park Snake Eyes, yeah.
Blake goes, hey, Jeff and Jason Chief. And do we have a 3P for Norris? No. He is getting ready for a vacation, so he is not here. Will Jace lose his camera again, or?
No, I just think he's turning it off, man. You know. But I think he's here. He's here. We're good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He's like, yeah.
I forgot my list. My list was on the couch. I figured it's like, hey, this is intro time. This is probably a good idea before we get deep in the show.
Yeah, man. They hurt my heart on a few of them, bro. They've hurt my heart. You already know me and Daredevil ain't getting along.
Now I don't know why.
Because you know what happened, man.
I don't. I really don't.
We do.
You just said no. All right. Here's some internet news going on in these streets. So apparently, George R.R. Martin did this blog post, which I thought was hilarious because he was talking about House of Dragons, which I still haven't finished watching season 2 for. But apparently, he spoiled a big death in season 3. He deleted his post, and HBO responded. Since I haven't watched season 2 all the way, I'm not going to read the post or whose death he spoiled. But it's pretty wild that he would do that. It's amazing that he has the time to write up a spoiler as opposed to talking about his book series.
You know, we could actually finish the last book in Game of Thrones. I mean, he actually goes on vacation, and it's like, hey, dude, when that next book coming? As soon as I get the inspiration. You know, Game of Thrones pretty much spoiled it all, so you just kind of do what you want to do and say, hi, they got it all wrong. I told them everything. They just completely screwed it up. But you have pretty much the crib notes of what you gave somebody else. So just write a little bit of dialogue in. Daenerys was the king that was promised. She's the greatest thing ever. Yeah. No.
So let's get into this big news because I thought this was wild.
Okay.
Blake says, we starting with Dummy of the Week since he spoiled that.
That's the truth.
I mean, we're mixing everything up today, Blake. But no, it's just wild. I don't know why because he was basically threatening. I'm gonna post my thoughts on everything that's wrong with House of Dragons. I'm like, dude, finish your own stuff. Don't write anything else. Don't write anything until you finish what you started.
You know, and the funny thing is, this is very similar. And again, I have not read the books of House of Dragon. I mean, Game of Thrones, House of Dragons. But it seems like this series is made based on like some compendiums or books. Either I'm not really sure, but it's like, hey, if you gave somebody the crib notes, they're going to make their own story. And especially you tell them, hey, you can make your own story. They're going to make their own story. I don't see why it's big. Oh, this is atrocious. It was okay. They changed some stuff up. That happens. Like, I didn't get it. It's like, and he's like, oh, it's the worst thing ever. It's like, not really. It just doesn't have some of the things you want in there. I don't get it.
Yeah, maybe the worst thing would be you not finishing the story so you could tell it the way you want it. And they're having to go rogue because you didn't finish. Anyway.
Yeah.
Chief, I know you're excited about the DC movie universe. We got some interesting, very, very interesting news coming on the horizon here with some casting that not a lot of people are very excited about. Your boy Green Lantern. Oh, and Blake was like, can't wait for Chief's take on the new Green Lantern. Blake, here you go. So apparently James Gunn, Peter Safran have put the feeler out to their choice to play Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Now, do you know who they've chosen? If so, don't say it. Just give me a simple yes or no.
No.
If you've heard. Great. Okay, awesome. So since you don't know, who would you ideally cast to play Hal Jordan Green Lantern?
Green Lantern. Trying to think of somebody young and tall.
Okay, interesting. So why would you go with the young?
Well, he's a test pilot. So you don't want him. So I guess he'd be in his late 20s, early 30s, right?
What about mid 50s? That work for you?
Mid 50s would be stupid.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, go ahead. You're right. That would be stupid. So
No reason why you're asking this.
Somebody in their 30s. Okay, that's a good call, Chief.
And somebody with some height on him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, true.
I don't know if Hal Jordan is he known for making jokes?
Mm-mm.
Because he's got something like a seriousness to him, right?
I would like if time weren't an object and I could cast someone from all time, I would say that George Clooney would have been an ideal Hal Jordan. He's got that suave kind of, oh shoot, I made a mess, but I can clean it up kind of thing. And like fresh out of, you know what, ER? I'm too big for this show. And not like he had an ego about it, but I mean, just, yeah, my star is bigger than this show. Good luck keeping it going. It will. But when he went on to be a movie star and he was in bad movies, but he was still doing his thing, that's kind of him. So maybe Ocean's 11 style George Clooney. Maybe.
How old was he then?
I have no clue.
He didn't start to age until recently. I mean,
right.
He always looked like he was in that 40s, but he was still distinguished 40s, so you never really could tell how old he was. So they let a couple extra gray hairs come in. Now he's probably in his 60s, and everybody's like, still cool looking dude.
Yeah, or maybe Brad Pitt from Ocean's 11, like that era.
Rusty.
Where it's like, yeah. How about you, Jace? Who would you cast to be Green Lantern?
I'm always gonna go Nathan Fillion. I think that was an easy casting choice. He voiced Green Lantern in all the animated thing, and he has that. I mean, it's like, hey, you just sound this cocky, and just go from your gosh, what was the TV show he was in?
Oh, maybe like a canceled one. Oh, like Firefly.
No, not that one.
Random one.
Oh gosh, what was? Yeah, that was I can't remember. He's like the detective. I think that's the one he would have gone. Yeah,
90s
Bruce
Bruce
Campbell.
Campbell. It's
That would've
another
been
one.
cool. Right.
2000s Philly. So
Yeah.
Castle. Oh,
Thank you. That's
the
it.
one. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what I was like.
Yeah. Man, you guys would be pretty good at casting. Chief, you figured out anybody you'd cast yet?
Maybe a young angel, David Boreanaz.
That's a girl.
Also, solid choice. Castle. Yep. What's up, Rick Cage? How about present day Josh Brolin?
What?
Ooh, the liquor. Ooh, doctor. He's got to smoke something up after that.
That's something in the air.
That really was well timed. Well timed smoke to match the smoke coming out of Chief's ears right now.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Come on.
So
man.
yeah, Josh Brolin is apparently the number one choice to play Hal Jordan Green Lantern.
Yeah. DC stands for dumb choices.
I mean, on the chat here, none of us are like, oh yeah, Josh Brolin, awesome choice. Josh Brolin was a perfect choice for Cable. Cable's an old rugged looking dude. Back in the 90s, people were like, oh man, Clint Eastwood would be great for Cable. He was old and rugged. Nobody says Hal Jordan's supposed to be old and rugged. You're kind of missing the point if you go with that for him, especially when you compare him to David Cornsweet, the choice for Superman. And they look like they're, should be hanging together. It's like a college student and his mentor who's been at the job for 15, 20 years.
Was about to retire.
I don't get it's a bad choice. Let's see. Oh, are they doing Kingdom Come? No. That too would make more sense.
That's like
Mark,
how you play Negan.
Yeah, Mark A says, what up, Mark A? Pitt would have been a better Green Arrow. Clooney could have pulled off Hal if it was more low-key and not that wacky nonsense that Batman had become at that point. Yeah, I definitely thought Clooney was a bad choice to play Bruce Wayne before I saw the movie. And then I was really convinced he was a bad choice.
Okay, Clooney at that point was, I mean, he seemed like he was Bruce Wayne. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, nice. He's had his movie star flings. He's living the life. So him as this suave Bruce Wayne kind of guy wasn't that far off. It was okay. Is he really going to work out? I mean, he was Robert Pattinson before it happened. Hey, is he going to look like he's going to work out? No, that's not.
Clooney was, grown man. Like I'm putting on a suit of armor kind of thing. It was fine in that sense. It was just simply, why would we go with him when there's other guys who could pull off Batman? I mean, he could all day play a Bruce Wayne character. It was just, why do you want him to play Bruce Wayne? I mean,
we're gonna have Chris O'Donnell as Robin. It's gonna work perfectly.
What's up, James?
All
right. James says, after From Dusk Till Dawn, Clooney did make sense.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you haven't watched those movies in a while.
I say action hero. He was fine as Bruce Wayne, but from the moment they announced and said, "Oh man, y'all dropped the ball," he would have been a perfect Hal Jordan because he had the charismatic personality where he was smooth. Hey, relax. I got this. And to have him playing the mask of Bruce Wayne wasn't going to be as much fun because it wasn't playing up his natural charisma. Like Ben Affleck, you see him looking miserable sometimes. You could buy him as a bad, bitter Batman and Bruce Wayne, and he could play on the oh yeah, hey honey, how you doing?
Okay.
But in reality, you know, he's that dude smoking, taking a drag on a cigarette. Like, this life is terrible. I buy that. George Clooney? No.
But okay,
He's the dude. Everything looks too good. Everything's so great. Why do I need to be bitter, emotional Bruce Wayne Batman?
Okay, but he's again, George Clooney. Do you think George Clooney is a good actor?
He's a great actor.
Okay,
in
so
the right film.
I think George Clooney can play everybody outwardly thinks my life is great, but then I actually go into a role and it's like, no, it's not. Alfred, this thing sucks. My parents got killed. I got to deal with all these psychos in Gotham. It's a rough life. I can't have the woman I actually love. Selena left me or whatever timeline we're on. Who knows? I can't find the woman I actually love. Like this is, I buy that. Like,
okay, Jace. Okay, Jace. Freeze.
Yeah. I mean, when you heard, hey, Mr. Freeze was Arnold Schwarzenegger, then your antenna should have been started like, this isn't working here. I mean, Uma Thurman is Poison Ivy. Okay, I buy that. But
great casting choice.
Yeah.
Just all around. And let's throw in Batgirl for fun too. Rick Cage says, greetings. I hear the style they're going for is Lethal Weapon with Green Lantern, old mentor Hal to apprentice John Stewart. Chief, that excites you at all?
No.
Solid response. I heard they're trying to go with the True Detective route, which could work, but I feel like at least from this moment right now, I don't know if they really understand how to make their stuff not goofy fun, but just fun. Like, oh man, this is enjoyable. And I don't know if trying to go for a True Detective with Green Lantern is really the route they need to go.
Starting it, I mean, if one of the problems, quote unquote, with the Snyderverse was it was too dark and, too dark. Starting off your universe with kind of one of your first couple TV shows is a True Detective probably isn't going to get new fans in there like, hey, I'm totally invested in the let's see what happens in Cord, old bitter Hal Jordan and young spunky John Stewart. John Stewart.
Switch that. It could work if John was mentoring Hal. Okay, I don't know if that's the way you should go with it, but I can see that so much easier. Hal is Maverick. If they want to say we're gonna get an old dude, we're gonna get Tom Cruise. I'm like, okay, because I know Tom Cruise can play that cocksure character who's no problem.
Okay. What Josh Brolin right now doesn't scream old fighter pilot. Ooh. He just doesn't. I mean, oh yeah, that would have been cool.
He's too short to be Batman.
I don't know how to tell you. I just know he's Jack Bauer.
Talk to me, dang it! He would have done that great. Like he would have pulled all that off. Great height. Yeah, people look up his height too often. He's 5'9". 5'9".
That's not that short. I mean,
one story. His full name is Kiefer William Frederick Dempsey George Rufus Sutherland.
Yeah.
His father was 6'4", and his half brothers are all over 6 feet.
I mean, Donald Sutherland, yeah.
It's a long name. All right. Let's see. How do we feel about Matt Bomber? Jeff, did you cast him in Superman ones? I did. I think he'd play. I mean, based off of White Collar, he'd be great as Hal Jordan too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a character. I'm a character. He is an actor. I'm always gonna go to bat for it. Say Hollywood screwed him over because of his sexual preferences. All right. So if we get lucky and Josh Brolin says I'm too old for this, they've got some other candidates. Would you like to hear those other candidates?
Sure. Sure, this will sound great.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
I feel like he can play younger a little bit better, even though he's older. I feel like he's more of the go with that. And the other one, Ewan McGregor. Any preference on those choices?
And those two is Matthew McConaughey. One sounds like he's a fighter pilot, and just don't worry about it. I got it. I think.
Did you watch that? Did you see The Island?
I saw it. Oh wait, okay. That's when he's. Yeah, okay. I remember. I want to spoil. If anybody's never seen the movie, it's actually really good.
He's teaming with Black Widow.
Yeah,
good movie.
I mean, he was got the acting chops. You give him the role, he'll do it. So okay.
Jalen says McConaughey is a great choice, long in the tooth, but I'd take him if you don't want to. All right. One other choice that also might be in consideration. And we're going to act like your favorite movie, Chief, did not happen if they go through with this one. And this, of all the choices, is my favorite. We're just going to act like 1984 wasn't a thing. Chris Pine to play Hal Jordan.
He's better than the rest of the choices. I mean, if you had to pick, I mean, I hate the McConaughey choice. I hate the guy after him. I hate the Josh Brolin choice. Chris Pine, you know, if you had to, perhaps, but it's. Let me just take a breath, man. I feel like I think it's all stupid. I mean, if you're, I don't know how you reset the universe with a bunch of old dudes. I mean, right? Is this what this is supposed to be? A resetting of the universe, and these people that you're bringing in are supposed to be. I'm assuming the direction this new guy wants to take is sort of like the Marvel direction, where they build the characters, then they culminate into some kind of collabo. But the collabo may be might be 6 years before before everybody teams up on that big movie together. I don't know how you bring in a dude in his 50s. Then you got a 60-year-old Hal Jordan running up. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's stupid. The people running this suit. It's amazing who's millionaires and who gets to make decisions. You've got a bunch of dumbasses running around with money in their pockets, eating cracked crab and lobster every day, while I'll spam out the can.
I feel like you're not. You spam out the can.
This is horrible, man.
Okay, Chris Pine is only 44 years old. I think that would be a way to go. Because again, like you're probably accurate. It will take 6 to 7 years for your big team up movie. Hal Jordan, if he's not the Green Lantern in that movie, would still be able to play around in the universe for a couple of years before he passes the quote unquote the torch to John Stewart as the Green Lantern. I don't think that's. I mean, if you're going to have a Green Lantern core movie, I think he'd still be young enough to be like, okay, we can keep Chris Pine in here for a long time to get to that big Green Lantern movie if we choose to go with it. Or if we're going to just keep this TV series, you can have him for a couple of years. I think that's, out of all those choices, based on his age, that's the way to go. Just like Chief, you're actually right, because you can't have a whole, everybody's been doing this for 20 years when Superman doesn't look like he's been 20 years. It's probably need to kind of, all right, let's have him old and wizened, but not really actually too long in the tooth, like y'all say.
Yeah. Mark goes, any chance they get back Ryan Reynolds? He got a second shot at Deadpool and nailed it. Chief, would you like to see Ryan Reynolds back as Hal Jordan?
No, man. I think he has to move on at this point. He's already killed himself as Green Lantern. When we got the script. So you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta let him go, man.
He's 47.
Who, Brian Reynolds?
Yeah.
At that time, man, isn't that amazing how fast time goes? Yeah, you gotta let Ryan Reynolds be wherever he gonna be, man.
Could Ryan Gosling play Hal Jordan? He's 43. Kind of like a swarmy look to him. I feel like maybe he'd be better suited as a bad guy. I can see him playing a really good bad guy. Jamelin says Ben Affleck was in his mid-40s when he first played Batman, and he was supposed to be an aging Batman. Yeah, a Batman who'd been around for a couple decades.
Yeah, he looked aging. He looked old as hell. I didn't want Affleck as Batman either. When they did it, so I wasn't happy with that old ass Batman. Because listen, I mean, he just, you know what I mean? He was just big, man. He didn't look in shape.
What are you talking about? They did a whole montage and he's working out.
Man, he didn't look
in
shape.
He looked like a guy in his
exactly. He looked like an old man in a Batman suit.
No.
Yeah. Listen, man, you can say what you want. He did. Just like the other boy looked like a skinny dude in a Batman suit. And we saw pictures of him working out.
No, he didn't work out. That was his whole. That was his hill he was going to die on. He was not working out to play Batman.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Just bad choices, man. DC is just bad choices. You know, dumb choices. Dumb choices, man.
Because who was the Marvel casting director?
That varies from person.
No, there was somebody who. Oh gosh. Because she's the one who does Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's what I kind of... Oh.
I have no idea.
I'll tell you.
I'm trying to find a good picture of workout Ben Affleck for Chief, who's like, this dude
is
all...
Sarah Haley Finn. She's the one who gets like a lot of the Marvel casting. And she seems to get very right. Like, okay, this is what you guys are going. I can... pretty much nail who the person they will look like, who everybody thinks this person is. Like when they see Tony Stark, that's what we think. Yeah, like Loki, there, Thor, bang, like
Rhodey. No, I was joking with that one.
I know. That's why I was like,
Jamlin says maybe they should just go with Jon Stewart. Then age wouldn't be as big of an issue. Hey-o! Not my Green Lantern. Oh man!
Then they can cast Samuel Jackson. It's my green ring, and I do what I want with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
oh boy,
they messing up out here, man.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, Chief, that is not really exciting me. I'm really not too thrilled with that. There's some early reviews from Venice hailing Joker, Full Ado, as movie of the year, and also a huge disappointment.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what some of them are saying. The embargo is up.
For what?
It's off. I mean, sorry. Let's see. The Hollywood Reporter says for a movie running 2.25 hours, Full Ado feels narratively a little thin and at times dull.
Did they watch the first one? Did y'all think that was going to be some great masterpiece? I mean, this is the money grab. Come on.
Variety says it was ambitious and superficially outrageous, but is it truly, truly, truly outrageous? But in a basic way, it's an overly cautious sequel. Empire says it's sweet and beguiling, a musical romance as is possible to have between two murderous psychopaths. Its kooky approach won't suit all stripes of comic book fan, but it finds a strange, tragic hopelessness all of its own. IGN says, despite the best efforts of Joaquin Phoenix, Lady Gaga, and an opening hour set in Arkham Asylum, Joker Fool wastes his potential as a movie musical, a courtroom drama, and a sequel that has anything meaningful to say about or add to the first Joker. Huh. Wow. I've got to admit, fellas, I'm a little bit surprised. Joker was a great movie.
No, I don't buy it.
Hey man. Morgan finally showing his age, ain't he? I mean, Morgan always been old. I've never seen a young Morgan, but it wasn't.
You didn't watch Electric Company?
He was still old in Electric Company.
He was distinguished then.
Yeah, because I was young, so he was old. And he just never quite grew young.
Grew
young.
He's not Benjamin Buttons. It's kooky approach, Reed. This is gonna be some bull. Some cut to comic fans. Jamelin, you know that. I mean, I feel like comic fans should not watch this movie if they have any expectations of this being a Joker, Harley Quinn, resembling anything from the comic books. But I mean, I didn't think the original Joker was anything like Joker, so it's fine. I'm going in with no expectations.
Are you gonna go watch this?
I'm probably gonna need to,
Oh, you gonna watch Deuce?
Not excitedly. I'm gonna, I'm sure it's gonna get all kinds of accolades. So I'm gonna need to be an informed voter at the end of the year when it's time for WAFCA to vote on our top films of the year.
Why don't you just do like all the other critics, saying it's not my kind of movie and just move on? Like, it's a comic.
I'm not into comic book movies.
I don't watch those things. Where's my greed?
All right. Speaking of comic books, Bolden Mayo's back in the news again. The X-Men 97 fired showrunner promised to share or tell all, an explosive tell all to everyone on OnlyFans. You just have to sign up for it, subscribe, chunk down $9.99. You can get the news. You talk with Deadline as well. And so
the free
I'll just go watch it from Deadline.
I'll watch the free version. I don't need to see the uncensored version of what he's got to say, okay?
All right, so he says that being black, gay, and open about it at Marvel Studios was the real issue. And he's not everyone's cup of tea. But he said he no longer felt safe at the studio as a gay black man.
I just be exhausted sometimes.
All right, so here's the full deal here. In the end, the offenses Marvel and others have leaked are designed to distract you from what really offended them. Someone like me dared to speak truth to people like them. They wanted me to be the black stamp of approval on this project. I declined. They wanted to erase aspects of my personality that clashed or proved inconvenient with the misguided narratives they wanted to establish. I declined. They tried to intimidate me with both explicit and implied threats. I was not intimidated. Everything they have done since then has been designed not just to silence me and smear me, but to crush me and to remind me to know my role. Editorial. I have the receipts and the eyewitnesses. So long as you stop coercing them to lie, you can keep attacking me with lies and misinformation, but we can become the ugliest, most annoying version of that, or you can start acting like a studio that is worthy of a show like X-Men 97. So what do you guys think? And is there any way he's gonna be working again?
No, he's good. Like that's the definite. He's not working. Yeah, I don't see DC hiring this guy. It's like, oh, you did a great job with Marvel, and we don't believe anything.
Right.
we're gonna pick you.
I went up to my desk and I took my pants off. Yeah, I didn't have any underwear or nothing. I was naked underneath. And I said, get a good look. And then I walked off. And then later on, HR is gonna contact me, and they got a problem with me. I said, hold on. I've been doing this thing the whole time. So one person complains, and that makes it a problem? Oh, man. Y'all know I'm black. Does everybody see I'm black in here? Oh, if I wasn't black, you wouldn't be doing this. Because anybody but a black man can show that in here. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gay. Hence, none of the ladies in the office got it. I didn't do it to none of the females. It's just men. I just did it to the men. What's the problem? Oh, you attacking me? I'm black and I'm gay and I love to show my parts. And that's a problem. That's a problem with you all. Okay. Well, now I'm going to sell this information on OnlyFans and you'll get the truth. So, I don't
I think OnlyFans got you in trouble in the first place, guy. I'm not sure.
It's just stupid, man.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out if there was some investigation. I mean, they fired this guy. It wasn't that they mutually parted on their own ways. They fired this guy. I don't think, I'm surprised there's not a confidentiality agreement where both sides say, hey, we go our separate ways. Nobody talks about this. The fact they fired me, it's like, this is almost, we fired you with cause. I don't think they're gonna do this if there was not something. Because if at this point he would be able to sue, like, oh yeah, my true story. I don't think they would feel like, hey, they're defaming me. This is all wrong. I do not think that he probably has a leg to stand on. I don't know if this like I don't get this one.
Is the legal team just like, oh, you want to keep paying us?
I'm sure they're loving it. Like, oh man, should we recommend them soon? Yeah, we got some bubbles to get this year. It's about Christmas bonus times coming. We gotta go. Come on, guys. I mean, he's going to OnlyFans to show the receipts.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
Hey, man.
I mean, but even the fact, because I mean, the fact is like, all right, you cost yourself money by tweeting about the show, which I really don't think there was some. I mean, him just talking about it, it's like, all right, you're selling insights, and people are gonna be like, oh wow, this is a great show. I don't think that would have pissed him off so much.
I think it was. I don't think it had much to do with the tweets. I feel like it was something else because his interaction online with people was feeding back to Disney Plus, and more people were watching it. Oh man, now I gotta watch to see this. So, I mean, I was mentioning that, like, oh, he said such and such. Oh, I gotta watch it again. Yeah. So I couldn't imagine that would be a problem for him.
Yeah, it must have been. He might have sent an email to legal or HR during that period, and they got really upset with him. Like, I just no.
ICT Vinny, what's up? Says DeMaio has a history within the office. This is not the first time. He has a history.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what the history is, but it's a very messy situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm trying to think. Like, I don't know. Again, it seems like there's two sides of this, but I don't know. I mean, based on the reception of the show,
mm-hmm.
I'm if all this doesn't come out, which always was, it seemed like they wouldn't have come out if whatever action took place afterwards didn't take place. I think he would have been working somewhere. I think, hey, you could rehabilitate your image. I think now is they are blacklisting you because it's like, you didn't play the game. We tried to play nice, but now we're doing something. I just
someone called for Triple H.
I don't get this. I mean, hey man, I mean, hey, you can be yourself, but this seems very just. I'm trying not to work. I don't get this.
Maybe he's hoping for a big settlement, payday, a shut up and go away kind of thing. And, maybe that's what he's hoping for.
We all are hoping for a big settlement.
See, there's one more bit of news I forgot to mention. You might remember Chris Pratt.
Enjoy your news, just to let you know. You know what I mean?
No, I think you might be interested in this one. Chris Pratt, of Guardians of the Galaxy fame, close friend of James Gunn, has been talking to folks. They've been asking, hey man, what about you in the DCU? And he was like, maybe he's my friend. We talk about it. He was on set at Superman. Wouldn't it make more sense to just make him Green Lantern? Hal Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Chris Pratt, I guess. I mean, like I said, it's better than him, Chris Pine. I mean, if one of those two, the other 3, 4, whatever those guys were, they can go. Thanks for coming.
Do you not like Chris Pine because of Wonder Woman 84?
No. I think Chris Pine is a younger look than a bunch of old dudes playing Hal Jordan. And McConaughey's got that kind of style that he talks in, that laid back.
I'm just looking at Chris Pine because Chris. I just watched like the Star Treks. He's good in those. It comes off as a young version of a Kirk, but it's not offensive to me. Again, I'm not William Shatner is an end all be all of Kirk, but he comes off as, hey, I'm cocky, but I'm growing into being a captain. I mean, if the Hal Jordan, that transition seems to be okay. You could do that. I mean, I remember seeing him in, what was that, Smoking Aces, when he's a crazy dude, but he's also all right. I'm now kind of respectable actor. So I'm just like, is it just like you hate Wonder Woman 84? Is just if it says Chris Pine, I'm out.
Oh no, I mean I like Chris Pine.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Chris Pine as an actor.
Hey, did you see Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves?
I did.
It's great now, right?
It was pretty good. Great. No, but pretty good.
Was it dang decent?
It was decent. It was decent.
Nice. I'll settle for that.
Which reminds me, I did check out Deliverance, Lee Daniels joint.
Okay.
And I did check out the Terminator Zero on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
Were you talking on the decent front? Those were both decent.
Yeah, I guess to some degree they weren't damn decent, but they were decent.
Okay, that sounds. Don't watch them.
Well,
they got cheese.
Terminator joint was okay, man. I think that as far as the Deliverance, I feel like sometimes once you get a certain type of movie, like you could almost turn on any of them and it's the same stuff. You know what I mean? Like you watch one Conjure, and that Conjure is similar to The Exorcist, and The Exorcist is similar to, and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Flapjacks and pancakes. I
have that same problem every time I watch the Man of Steel and Green Lantern films.
Way to gaslight. I mean, just wow.
I will cover every exit out of your house and force you to run into me. Your wife will be in the safe scrolls. But you, my friend, you will not. You will not. So when you get ready to pull off tomorrow to go to the store to get your coffee and your donut, and I pop up the backseat with that bag, just know why it's happening. I don't want you to be like, you know what I mean? Don't look at me, puppet. Don't look at me.
Hey, Chief, actually, I was going to get a cannoli.
Well, you know what? You're going to have to take the cannoli and leave the jump, because that's what's going to happen. We're going to have some fun.
I like fun. Jalen says you're gonna watch Bo DeMaio's new project starring Jonathan Majors, Ray Fisher, and Gina Carano with Mel Gibson as the villain.
Mel Gibson will always be the villain, and I will never watch another Mel Gibson anything. Yeah. So Mel Gibson is the villain right now, wherever he is. He'll be having dinner.
He's the villain. Rick Cage says there is no new thing under the sun.
That is true, my friend.
Some new stuff.
All right, dude.
Okay. What's new?
Well, here's these comic books that I'm enjoying right now. Ghost Machine, Red Coat, Rook Exodus, Geiger. Really fun stuff. They're not derivative of other things that I've enjoyed in the past. Can't wait to see them become TV series and movies because the way they operate now with new product, new material, they're going to get fast-tracked to TV and movies, and I think you guys will like them if you don't read the comic book. So those are the things.
Is that the comics made by Jeff John and all the DC departures?
He's done those 3. There are other writers who are doing other books, but right now he's working with Gary Frank, Brian Hitch, and Jason Fabok. I hope I'm not butchering his last name, but yeah, they're great and highly recommended. So that's that. Chief, you ready for a little Masters of the Universe? Speaking of things that are new. Little Masters of the Universe live action.
Oh, I knew you were going to say live. I knew it. I said, watch him say live action.
Gotcha.
No.
How hyped are you?
If you could go below a 0.
You would be a little bit underneath there, huh?
Yeah, I remember the one from Dolph Lundgren. Is that who did it?
Yeah.
When we were kids.
Yeah.
And I hated that joint. I remember as a kid walking out of the theater like, damn, I should have went and saw. You know what I mean? So, and when you're a child and you hate a movie, you know what I mean? When you were a child, going to the movies was a thing. And I remember sitting in the movie theater like, what is this? What is this? And I remember just walking out just disappointed, looking at my father like, why did you do this?
Why did you do this to me?
Right. Why did you take me here?
You're an adult. You should have known better.
Right.
Say, nah, this ain't for you, Chief.
No. But no, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see no Masters of the Universe, Master of the Galaxy, none of that.
I think Master of the Galaxy is a totally different kind of movie. Well, there's some casting announcements on this film. Nicholas Galtzine of Purple Hearts, Red, White, and Royal Blue, The Idea of You, is starring as Prince Adam, He-Man. He is going to be joined by Alison Brie, who is going to be playing Eva Lynn. Intrigued with that one. And Camila Mendes. You might have seen her and Upgraded on Amazon. And Riverdale. She played Veronica. She's going to be playing Tila. Huh?
Who's she on Upgraded? The cop? Who was she?
It's a romantic comedy. I can't imagine you watched it.
Oh, Upgrade. Okay. I was thinking about the microchip thing. Okay.
No, ahead. Not that. That's Upgrade.
Okay.
Yeah. Very, very, very subtle difference. But yeah. One's an action thriller. One's a rom-com. So yeah, I dig her. I think she's good in pretty much everything I've seen her in. I think she's solid. Excuse me. She was going to be in Sony's I Know What You Did Last Summer, but because of the Masters of the Universe conflict, she dropped out, which is wild to me because they've been trying to get a Masters of the Universe movie going for decades. So the fact that she's like, I think this Masters of the Universe is a sure bet. That's wild. So I'm very curious what's going to happen with this I Know What You Did this summer show. What's up, Lefty?
Lefty.
Man. So, Jace, what do you think about these casting announcements?
I was actually looking at, let's make sure I get this guy's name, Nicholas. I'm like, okay. He looks, square jaw. Like, okay, all right. This dude, I'm not seeing, he looks like, okay, I could pull off a Prince Adam. I don't know. He-Man's always going to be the trick. But a Prince Adam, like, okay, not bad. Camille is Tila. That's gonna you gotta make her kind of big. So I don't know how that's gonna work, but She says she's willing to work out. That's good. Look, Evelyn, Allison Brie's a good actress, so I don't think I have no problem with that. I'm trying to figure out who they're gonna have as Skeletor. That's really good. Going to sell this. That's what's going to sell it for me. If you got a good Skeletor, I'll watch it. But I'm almost worried about, all right, how big is the budget for this? Because the Netflix version very much is like how you have to have a very expansive universe, a massive universe. If you got a cheap budget, you're gonna have very Dolph Lundgren master the universe. Hey, let's talk about our Gwildor and the Keys versus actually He-Man in the Master of the Universe. I think everybody's kind of worried that we're gonna get like, okay, so He-Man's not gonna be He-Man. No, he's not.
I just looked it up, man. The budget's $120,000.
It's not true.
That's like one day of shooting.
Amazon's doing it, so they've got a budget. They'll put money into it. It's just a matter of how much they're willing to commit to it, because you cannot shortchange. You can't cheap out. You got to go sci-fi and fantasy to do Masters of the Universe right. But if they do, it could be a great, it could be the franchise that would get people to subscribe to Amazon Prime, to pay to see it if they do it right. So if they have to spend $200 million, it will make its money back tenfold, because people will be excited about it.
This is a movie or a series, Jack?
Movie.
Okay. Like most of them from when not Netflix, but Amazon started, hey, we're going into the movie making business. I think most of them I've enjoyed. Like I watched the Tomorrow Wars again. That's been good. That was good. Candy Lane with Eddie Murphy. That was good.
Candy Cane Lane.
I'm probably sure there's probably been some other ones that I just missed, didn't know was an Amazon movie. But if you've had two good-ish movies, I'm like, okay, if you guys are willing to, you spent a lot of money on the Tomorrow Wars. That sci-fi didn't look cheap. So if you are going to spend $150 million plus, you probably should be able to do this well.
I'm going really quickly to exclusive Amazon Prime movies. Hopefully they understand what I'm asking and it won't just pull up everything. All right, so let's see, because there's some Tomorrow War. Black Box is kind of interesting. Solid. I'm trying to think of anything else that had like some serious sci-fi elements to it. Not a lot. This would be the biggest. Jayla wants to know, what planet does this movie take place on?
Earth, of course.
Not Eternia? What's going on?
I don't know if I've read anything about where this is supposed to take place.
They've been good on not leaking the script. That's good.
Yeah. You can't take this to Earth. That was the first problem. Enough said. If you do that, then you might as well save all your money and just replay the original Frank Langella, Dolph Lundgren movie. Just call it a day. But if you're going to commit to it being on Eternia and embracing all the stuff, you've got two built-in sequels without doing anything. Hey, the first one's He-Man and crew versus Skeletor and his evil warriors. The sequel is He-Man and his crew versus the evil horde. The third one is He-Man and his crew versus Snake Man. That's 3 movies without having to put a lot of thought into it.
And you got She-Ra.
There.
She-Ra's always available if you have success.
So we'll see. I don't know if I'm cautiously optimistic, because there's totally a million ways for them to botch this one. But I am hopeful they could pull it off. All right, let's see here. Doctor Who has not been renewed for season 3.
What?
Has it been canceled or is just not renewed yet?
Not yet.
It's kind of late in the year to not get a renewal.
It's too expensive. It's on Disney Plus, so it doesn't necessarily mean anything. I mean, they can put it out whenever they need to.
I mean, I not knowing how much, if it's not $180 million, I'm sure you can cut some money off a budget. And so you could probably pitch, if you're the director, hey, we can pitch you a cheaper version of Doctor Who to get us into the renewed category. Like, I think it Doctor Who has a formula. Just run with a cheaper budget. We can get it going.
The Acolyte is not getting a season 2. Sorry for all of you who are going to be offended with that news, but Natasha Bordizzo, who played Sabine in Ahsoka, told us that season 2 shooting begins next summer. So, Chief, we're not going to see Ahsoka season 2 until 2026.
I don't lie. Hey man, I'm so glad we don't got to sit through the Acolyte anymore. I mean, that's just joyous enough.
Now we're good. All right. Warner Brothers has been chatting with Sir Ian McKellen about playing Gandalf the Grey in Andy Serkis's The Hunt for Gollum. The beginning, it's going to be a new trilogy.
I might get exhausted.
Hey,
Do you feel exhausted?
What are you exhausted about?
Why? Now we got the Rings of Power, right? Then we got the Hunt for Gollum. You know what I mean? Next it'll be for what's the main Hobbit dude's name?
Frodo? No, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Sam Wise. Sam Wise would be great. The Brave.
Shoes for Sam. Will be a quest where they go for shoes. It's just, it's too much. You know what I mean? It's too much. I don't want to see a quest. I don't want to see no one hunt for Gollum. I don't want to see somebody going on a quest for shoes for Sam. I'm good.
I like how you made that the unofficial title of this next movie. But don't worry, Chief. You might not even be alive because it's supposed to come in theaters on 2026. So
you have no idea whether that is true. So yeah. Yes.
You might be on borrowed time, so it might not even matter.
It might be. Sir. Good day, sir.
Good day to you as well. All right. Well, let me see if there's anything else worth talking about here. Seems like that's it. All right. So I asked you all. Shoes for those big old feet people would be the ultimate quest. Can't find them in a rack room. All right. So last week, and I apologize for not remembering who suggested this topic. Long live Lonnie. You got to stay with us, Chief. All right.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Speak for yourself, Jamie. He's threatening to come over here. Welcome back, Snake Eyes. All right, so asked you guys, hey, what are some of your shows that were canceled, gone way too soon? And like if you could, and I'll add this on the spot. How many more seasons do you think would have been sufficient to make you feel like, all right, I got everything I needed from this show. I'm good. I don't need it to stretch out like a How I Met Your Mother or Friends. It went on way too long. But what are some of those shows? And Chief, we don't do this enough with you, so why don't you kick it off? And you could do like 2 at a time. That way we can kind of rotate around and around.
All right, let me pull up my notes. This is the cut off too soon, right?
Yes, sir.
My first 2 are The Orville and The Gifted.
You rock with The Gifted, huh?
I did rock with The Gifted. I did enjoy that.
How many seasons was that one?
It wasn't long. They cut that thing kind of short, man. I enjoyed it though. It was just starting to go somewhere, kind of, and then they were like, "Oh, we're done." So, yeah.
Oh, it lasted longer than I thought it did.
How many
So
seasons?
it had 2 seasons, and it looks like they had season 2 went all the way through to 16 episodes. And the first season, let's see if that was the same amount. Season 1 was 13. The ratings on IMDb, let's try that again, look pretty decent about that. So look pretty decent with that show. So I'm not quite sure what happened. I guess not
Yeah,
enough
me
people
neither.
watch because they seem pretty high. I mean, people will hate on shows, as we know, on IMDb. They look pretty solid. I think the lowest I saw was 7.3. That clearly isn't bad. Well, yeah. I mean, that was one where I just did not trust Fox because of their shoddy X-Men films to do a good X-Men TV series. And I was like, yeah, I wish I could, but no. Let's see. Jamlin says, my man, 2 from my list. Just like that. Sniped you out, Jamlin. See, I'm gonna go with Iron Fist. Because that first season was a little bit, this is the weakest of the Defender shows. But season 2 was a lot better. And I felt like they were setting up some really intriguing storylines, interesting plot points. And then it was like, all right, we're out. Sorry, no more Iron Fist. And while Jessica Jones, with this terrible second season, got a season 3, I really think that with the third season, Iron Fist could have wrapped up in a way that I've been like, cool. But I really, really wish they had gotten to the third season because it was like, oh man, what are y'all doing with Danny now? And kind of left me hanging. Jamlin says I like Gifted the most, but Cloak and Dagger and Runaways got done dirty too.
Yep. That's right.
2 on my list right there.
Blake says Firefly. 2 more seasons would be enough. Glow just needed to wrap up with season 5. And another one on mine, Constantine. Constantine was a really, really great show at a time when we weren't getting a lot of good live action DC content. And it was perfectly cast with Matt Ryan so well that every time they do something else with Constantine, let's bring out Matt Ryan, whether it's live action in Arrow, or hey, let's swing him all the way over to Legends of Tomorrow, or voice acting for anything else with Constantine. He's the guy they go with. Hopefully, James Gunn will go, yeah, I need to throw in some Constantine here. Matt, what you doing? Because they can't improve on his casting. And all those episodes were really well done. And it ended on a semi cliffhanger. I mean, if that was it, it was like, all right, whatever. It had a really good final episode. But man, I wanted more. And I feel like that could have gone as long as your Supernaturals with like 14 seasons because he was cool. Clearly, he liked the character. And there's so much magic in DC that they could have just kept bringing in more characters, having play up, Zatanna, Detective Chimp. They could have done some really fun stuff. So I really felt like that was a wasted opportunity. But I knew better because it was on NBC. What's up, David Thanos?
Thanos was good.
All right, bro, shot. What you got?
Okay. I'm gonna go with my first one's gonna be Stargirl, and
boo!
the next one is gonna be Luke Cage. Stargirl, at least they gave them a heads up. Hey, it's gonna be the last season. Where you're allowed to wrap up your show. I thought that was probably the best thing to CW when they were doing their cost cutting. They let them know, hey, wrap up your show. But it still had legs to go. I mean, it was funny. In the last episode, they really like, this is where we would have taken this show. And it was like, dang, y'all have done a good job because y'all embraced the comic book act. I mean, you had characters and costumes. It was really good. I wish I was one. I really wish they kept. And Luke Cage, that was that after they canceled that one, I was very much like Chief, like I don't know if I'm messing with season 2 because that one left that cliffhanger on season 2 of Luke Cage, like, yo, this really y'all took Luke Cage here, and then just we're not doing any more Luke Cage. Like, I know it wasn't the darling the Jessica Jones, but did y'all see that second season? It sucked. So how that one got there, Luke Cage didn't get there. I'm
it was
so
too urban. That's what they had an urban feel. Whenever there's something with a good ass urban feel, the music was vibing, the beats was funky. Yo, you get in that joint, you be bobbing your head while watching the joint. And they was like, nah, you're not gonna go in your house and vibe your head. You're not gonna bob it because of it. And now you get classical music.
I mean, the soundtrack. I mean, I still rock. Long Live the Chief.
Right.
Right.
So, and
now you get excited the Bumblebee.
They had that New York Undercover thing where we got a new musical act performing every week. Oh, it's great. Exposing you to new artists or artists you hadn't heard before.
Yeah, using that thing, giving it up.
Right. You know they even had Blade guest starring for a while. That was cool.
It's good business. Good business.
Blade.
Who? What?
There's only one Blade.
No, that's what are you talking about, man?
There's only one Blade. That's all there's ever going to be. Jalen says, I got to say it again, timeless.
Again, yep.
Snake Eyes says, yes, they did. It was on NBC for exactly one season. I'm pretty sure it's on HBO or HBO Max. Max. It was really good. Like, I think it was maybe 8 episodes. Let me pull that up here.
My best episode was Fallen Angel, man. I loved that episode.
That was the finale?
Nah, that was with the when he was like, you're fallen, you've fallen. I was like, oh, and then Shorty wings started to turn black. I was like, oh, man, that Constantine joint. You don't remember that joint? With the priest had the feather and he started healing people.
I just remember that finale.
That was that one.
I was so mad. It's like, how are you not? I mean, I know this is that was one of those ones that really made me NBC. I'm not messing with you. That was my like. Nah, I understand you guys have budget, but it's like if it's comic book, they were just like, nope, we're giving it one season. Oh, it's gonna be great, and then we have no faith. And I was like, I'm done with it.
What was their other one that was really fun? Do you have it on your list?
I got a couple. Yes, I do. It's okay. The other one is on the list.
I thought you might. Okay,
I definitely have that one on the list.
Okay. David Thanos, I've recommended this show countless times and it ended too quick. Countless. Is that show Counterpart? Your Honor is another good show that ended too quick. I didn't see that one.
It's on Your Honor's
on the black girl from Luke Cage, right?
Misty Knight.
Yeah.
Oh, Your Honor, that was good show.
I have to admit, I was a little bit bitter about some of those shows. And I didn't want her having another thing holding her up from being Misty Knight in MCU. A Counterpart.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know Counterpart now. Let me see here. That's the show that I'm thinking about. Chief, what's your next two?
Let's see. So you took Constantine.
What's your thoughts on Constantine? You can still talk about it.
Yeah, I've said that. I didn't. He took Luke. I'm gonna go with Limitless.
Just make more pills.
Yeah, I thought Limitless and just y'all probably don't even remember this joint, man. It was a show in the 80s called Werewolf. With a werewolf named Scorzini who bit this dude, and the dude had to get into adventures every week trying to sever the bloodline so he could become normal again. And
you said he had to sever the bloodline.
Yeah, so he had to go find Scorzini and kill him. And
Jace acknowledged me. Sorry.
What happened?
It's a wrestling thing.
Yeah.
So those two, Limitless and Werewolf.
Nice. Birds of Prey. That was another one I did not give a chance to, but it's on Max. I could check it out now.
Yeah, I think it was Parks, man. Uh, the first season was really good, man, and then it had John Connor, James Connor, Chuck Connors, had Scorzini, and then what happened was, as anything, he wanted more money, and then like the second season, the budget, they started doing shit, to the budget, and then
Oh yeah,
like
you can tell when those budget cuts happen.
yeah, because the werewolves started looking more like uh like Halloween joint, like a Halloween mask and everything, and then yeah, man, then it ended, man. But they had introduced some other werewolves. He found out that Scorzini wasn't the head of the werewolves or whatever. And just as you got to this other super werewolf who was the head of the werewolves or whatever, and he never got to that dude before they canceled it. And I was so, being young.
That sounds like a fun. I mean, that very much sounds like a way you can have some monsters and show that sounds cool.
Yeah, man, you should watch it. I think they have the whole season on YouTube.
Okay.
So like I said, he was getting. It's almost like the Incredible Hulk, but with a werewolf.
What was it called?
Werewolf.
Okay.
He would like help people out along the way, while looking. So yeah, you would like I said, it's like an Incredible Hulk thing, but just with werewolves.
What do you think it's on, or is it anywhere?
You said YouTube.
Yeah, then you can go to YouTube and watch all the seasons. Like it's 1 or 2 seasons. But it was good though. I used to enjoy that thing, man.
Just basic werewolf.
Yeah. Let me see if I can look it up, man. Werewolf the TV series.
Yeah, that was a dumb search on YouTube. Werewolf. Good luck. 1987 episodes 1 through 14. All right, cool. Oh, thanks, man. They got the whole deal up there. 6-hour block. Nice. All right, good deal. Oh, benevolent werewolf.
Yeah. Werewolf the TV season. It was episode, like I said, it's 2 seasons of it, but it was really good the first season, man. And then, like I said, they
somebody looked at the budget and said, whoa.
Yeah, that's the budget got crazy, I guess, man. But
how much hair do we really need for these guys?
Yeah, then they just started putting a rubber mask on. Go out there with the rubber mask. This mask looks stupid.
They'll never know.
I look like an elephant.
They're dumb 80s kids. Mark A says Capricia Battlestar started to get interesting before they pulled the plug on it. We could have used some more V storyline too, right?
Okay, Mark, are you talking about the new V or the old V?
With Diana?
Dirty.
Because I like the updated V. I thought they were going to put some money into that. I think that was when ABC started getting dicey with me too. Because that was
an ABC show.
I think so.
I thought it was NBC.
Dang, I got suckered into ABC. No, I couldn't have got suckered into NBC V. No, that just
it was ABC. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, no, ABC. That's when they started running afoul with me. Yeah, the new one was good.
Yeah, well, speaking of ABC running afoul of me, I'm going to add one. Happy Endings. I love that show. And I know you say season 3 was like, but I feel like they were just like, all right, whatever. They don't care about us. We don't care about them. We're tired of trying to fight to keep the show on the air. But man, those first 2 seasons were stellar.
Honestly, that was one of those shows. I was mad because again, they had used Modern Family was this great launching block.
Right.
It's like they had that, and then was put Cougar Town, and it was like, Cougar Town works, cool. And I mean, that was the same guy who did Scrubs, and he really was like, this is gonna work. And then they put Happy Endings, like, yes, keep this right here. Oh no, we're gonna move this to a random sass. No, just let this sit here, or have it go right behind Cougar Town. No, this is not gonna work. We're gonna throw this some random Friday night. It's like, come on, y'all. I mean, and then that's gonna lead into my next one. So,
all right,
my next one
Go ahead. What's yours?
My next one is Don't Trust the D from Apartment 23.
Hey, what network was that on?
ABC. That's when again. ABC started to run afoul of me. That show was funny as hell. It was the name was probably you guys know you can't run with this show name. But let's workshop this. I mean, because we're gonna turn some people off. But that had Kristen Ritter, Drummer Walker, and James Vanderbeek. James Vanderbeek was hilarious in that show. If you guys can't watch, if you can find that show, watch it. Him playing just the arrogant, just I am James Vanderbeek character. It was hilarious. That was definitely one that got cut off too soon. And then my next one is Runaways. If anybody can't find the show anywhere,
I used to love Runaways.
Like you can't find it on Hulu, you can't find it on Disney because for freaking reasons. But that was another one they left me on the cliffhanger. You're like, oh, y'all aren't going here? Horrible. Yeah, but that was fun.
I'm just trying to see if Runaways is on Blu-ray.
No, you cannot find this thing. It was on. There was like a day it was on Hulu again. It was like, why did you need to take this off Disney Plus? There's plenty of crap you can take off Disney Plus, and even if it doesn't connect with the Marvel universe. Again, you already paid for it. People weren't watching it because you didn't advertise. I mean, just leave it up there and see. Like I didn't get that, but
it looks like you can watch it on Amazon Prime.
No, you can't. That's a lie.
Have you tried lately? It says it.
I don't trust it. That's one of those. Oh yeah, you can look. Each episode's $2. Like, how about I just buy a season or something, or just never have to do this? No, we're not doing that.
Alphas.
Oh, I actually do remember that. What was that? What was that one, James? Jamila? Oh, I think I remember that.
Oh, David investigates people with supernatural abilities. David Strathairn, Ryan Cartwright. I think Ryan Cartwright is Alpha. No. Oh, man. Then we had another dude from Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mahershala Ali was on this thing, too.
Yeah.
Solid cast.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I may need to check this out. It was on Syfy. Nice.
Gotta watch those.
Dinosaurs Engine. What? I don't know. Was that a show? Huh. Chief, how about you?
Oh, let's see here. Sometimes you get comfortable.
Don't get that comfortable.
Really? Where was that?
Why are you looking out suspicious?
So, next one is Grimm.
Oh, your show.
I used to love Grimm.
I used to love it.
We laughed about this last week. You made fun of me. It hurt me.
Me? Make fun of you? No, I won't hear it.
But I did enjoy the show, which was the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Terminator.
Sorry.
Jeffrey.
Summer Glau, right?
Summer Glau.
You're not fooling me, Chief. See, through you, I can't.
Summer Glau.
Like, I don't know what the show's about. I don't even know. Was there a number? No.
Yeah, I did enjoy those two shows, man. The Grimm I really love.
Grimm lasted a whole lot longer than I thought because it was on NBC.
Yeah, it was the networks of NBC.
Gosh, what was it?
And that doesn't bolt. Briscoe County, that one. All right, let's see. What's another one on my list here? Scream Queens. I love that show. And basically everyone on the cast was like, yo, y'all are great. I can't wait to see y'all do more things. And Glenn Powell was kind of like the big star who emerged from that. I know they're really pushing Emma Roberts. And Niecy Nash was really funny in that. Like that was probably my favorite thing that she's done. She's been finding other stuff, but that one's like you have found your niche with this one. And Glenn Powell was just so obnoxious. He was great. And Emma Roberts was pretty good in that one too.
She wasn't pretty good. She was hilarious in that show.
She was pretty good because I feel like maybe that's how she is in real life. So a little bit true to life there. So that show was really funny. And they spoofed horror Scream style movies really well.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes, sir. I was loving leaving Sarah Connor on there for you guys. I knew one of you. You know, Chief would. Oh, I forgot about Scream Queens. Yes,
That's one of those. If you got Hulu, watch that. You're going
Scream
to
Queens on Hulu.
Yeah.
Gosh, there was so much worthless stuff on Hulu to have something great like Scream Queens.
Hulu is one of those. If there was something good on network TV that where is this? It's on Hulu. Like it's annoying. Hulu is. I remember when Hulu first came out, and I could actually watch 24 an hour after it premiered, and actually could go there without commercials. I love Hulu, and they're like, "Oh, you guys are actually taking advantage of this. We're gonna need some money.
There's money at stake." Okay, cool.
Oh, streaming. This could make us some money. Yeah, I hate it now. All right,
What you got?
my next one. I'm gonna go with the next one on our NBC I hate you list. The Cape. The Cape was so like, all right, y'all. It had a good, really good bad guy. The Cape was kind of, all right, we're going into superhero, but not so. So you should be offended, NBC viewer. But then like, nah, it might have made it to the first season. And it was like, come on, y'all are killing me. I mean, that was one. I'm still mad at that. And then let me just pick on NBC again. So my next one was Studio 60 in the Sunset Strip. I've talked about this one before. This was, I think, probably right Aaron Sorkin after The West Wing. And I mean, it was definitely after Ends of Friends. So Matthew Perry was in it. Really good show. I mean, it was, dramedy, but it was a really good show, and I'm mad more people didn't watch that.
Now you've kind of missed the moment here, Chief. Did you watch The Cape?
The Cape, CAPE.
Yep.
Yeah,
I know.
The Cape starred, a couple people, Keith David and Summer Glau. Is this a needle I'm hearing moving?
The pin stop like, well, maybe. I couldn't be intrigued to watch it.
Check a few episodes out.
It's 10. I mean, it was a fun show, and they did a good job with it. It was one of those deals where I feel like if it came around now, they'd probably give it longer. Because people do care about these comic book stuff. Like it came out in 2011, and just a little bit early to really seize that moment. Because this was a year right before Avengers, and I think had they put it out afterwards, that superhero balloon was about to go.
Yeah,
because people would have really dug it.
But it was after Iron Man, and they were like, "Oh, we're expecting this to hit like Iron Man." It's like, you have a new property. You have to give this a little bit of time. I mean, that was one of those pitches like, hey, this is going to work out real well. We're not a movie, but we have some really good storylines. And the bad guy was really good. I mean, every time I see the bad guy in this way, y'all gave him that little chump, bro. Did you see the Cape? This dude is awesome. Y'all suck.
He's always good.
But they always give him a little crabby roles. It's like, dude, look at my role. Come on, I'm great.
Remember he was in Count of Monte Cristo too.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think. There was some I recently watched and it was him just like, that's all y'all giving him.
Come on, people. What are you doing? I feel like he's somebody who he would be a good Marvel villain. They just have to figure out what they want him to play because he would be great doing something.
I mean, could you
That's
mean
right? He was in Gotham. I forgot about that. Jeez, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, he would have much. I would have
He
seen
did
him.
not have a chunk role on Gotham. He was good there.
I could have seen him as Doctor Doom with no problem.
Oh, absolutely. He would have been a great Doctor Doom. But he's no RDJ. He would have been great as Doctor Doom. He could play that. He would have done a great job with that. Jamelin, on the subject of NBC, because there's always shows to get on NBC for canceling too soon. Grand Crew, yes. Solid comedy that didn't get a chance to find its audience. Man, for real. That was one who was so funny. I was like, I'm not giving an NBC show a shot. No, I refuse. And then I just happened to watch a couple episodes and like, this show is so funny. I'm going to get my heart ripped out when they decide to cancel it. And they're like, we're renewing it for season 2. What? Oh, man, this is awesome. And there's no season 3. But it was really funny. And that was a show that, man, if it was like on maybe anything else, it would have hit so hard. And they would have had it going for, if it was a CBS show, and I know that's kind of not really a CBS show, but CBS would have let it run for 5 seasons.
That's Curtis. Was he in that before Arrow?
It was after.
Oh, okay.
Lie to Me was good.
Lie to Me was good.
Mm-hmm.
Which one was that? That the Cheeto joint?
Yeah. Was that the one?
Tim Roth.
Yeah, that was Tim Roth. I remember that was good.
Yeah. How many episodes did that have? Just one. Oh, it had 2 seasons. Okay.
Yeah.
It's always funny how fast they kill off some of these fun shows. They have Mekhi Phifer. This is my life. Okay. There's no Mekhi Phifer. Alf. I'm trying to remember how many seasons Alf went.
I think that was one for a second, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I thought it did too. I enjoyed Alf. Chief, you got any more?
Let me give you my last few.
Oh, okay. 4 seasons for Alf, by the way.
So, The Defenders.
Defenders. Which one?
Yeah. Well, the one that would have been Luke Cage. So, that's the Luke Cage uniform. But also now, that's one, man. Because I don't want nobody to think I'm a sucker, man. But sometimes I get to watching these Disney shows, man, or Disney type shows, and I enjoy them. And I don't want to be judged by you or the chat.
Us judge you? Come on.
Jace, judge you. Hey, Chief, I'll go over with you to beat Jace down if he's judging you.
Jeff?
Well, I'm more saying, I think we'll have to make a ride to Blake's house. You know what I mean? But I enjoyed Kyle XY.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. How long did that last?
Wasn't very long, man. A season or 2, maybe 3 seasons. But
he was like a robot or android or something.
Yeah,
alien.
Yeah. I enjoy watching it, man. Sometimes I enjoy those
43 episodes. Okay, that's not too terrible.
So
That's respectable.
Right, no belly button, exactly. But he was just learning his way around. He was just learning how to be human, man, and that's what made him good. You know. So,
And Snake Eyes says in this family we don't judge anybody.
Snake Eyes, stop. Stop. You got a black robe on right now with a gavel in your hand. So don't do it.
Oh, duh.
Right.
Jam Blake. Exactly. Earth's Mightiest Avengers. Earth's Mightiest Heroes. 5 more seasons at least. Yes. We can get X-Men back. We need Earth's Mightiest Heroes back.
Yeah.
Terrible that only went 2 seasons. A miscarriage of justice. And the show they replaced it with, gosh.
You're still bitter about that show to replace it.
I am.
If they just canceled it, you'd be like, y'all could have done better. But you're like, no, we got something better. No, you do not.
And it wasn't. Yeah, no, I don't know if I'm ever going to get over that one. Blade, speaking of gospel, right. Norris, She-Hulk.
Bro,
Why is there a gap? Oh, like,
bro, that's how
Come
they hit
on.
you. That's how they hit you, bro. You love She-Hulk too. You know what I mean?
They should just in this form shows it ended too soon. Norris, She-Hulk, nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, he enjoyed the She-Hulk, man. I remember he was talking every day about it. Man, I love it. Did you see that episode?
And
What
you
about-
went, I don't care.
Right. What about when She-Hulk fought the Wrecking Crew? I said, oh no. So
No.
yes, but
My
you know,
favorite part about that was Jace was like, nah, that wasn't a wrecking crew. He was
Right.
like,
Man, you
there's
couldn't.
no
you couldn't
way.
make me like,
No
nah,
way.
they wouldn't have done the Wrecking Crew like that suckers. They're gonna bring them back in episode 7, and the Wrecking Crew is gonna become the Wrecking Crew. Nah, that sucks.
yeah, man. My man had a stick. He didn't even have a crowbar.
I think they might have, but it was like so watered down and bogus. Like, what are you doing?
It was just a regular dude. It was just
Yeah.
regular dudes from the bar.
Right.
You three, go beat She-Hulk up. Okay. So
Actually, it was 4 members of the wrecking crew, but yeah, they were all terrible. Mark A says Greg the Bunny was another ill-fated cancellation, courtesy of the Fox Network that never got a proper chance.
I never saw that. I never
Me
heard
neither,
of
but it seemed like one that was not going to be long for this world. Chief, you had another one?
No, I'm saying, gentlemen, I've expired my time for the night. I've got to get going.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up here. You got any nominations for Dummies of the Week? Jace, why don't you kick us off on that?
I'll give you the easy one. All right, so I don't know if you guys know that there's a Venice film festival going on, but right now it seems like every movie is competing with each other to see who can give the longest standing ovation. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, I have seen a whole lot of movies, but there's never been a movie I'm going to stand for 17 minutes to give a standing ovation. I watched Endgame after years and years. I'm still like, dang, that was a dang good movie. But I am not. Oh yes. I mean, because what is it? I think Joker or whatever had a 4-minute long standing ovation. Then another one has a 17-minute standing ovation. I don't buy any movies long enough that I want to give a standing ovation. I have other things to do. I'm trying to beat traffic. I don't care what I'm doing. So trying to compete each other, the standing ovation, all of them are my dummy of the week.
Mine is very simple. It's Terry Bollea. He said this week, if Chris Benoit can do the crap he did and the fans still love him, you know they're very forgiving. I've made some major mistakes in my personal life. They're very, very forgiving. They forgive you. What? Come on. Just ridiculous. Just Terry, stop talking. Stop.
Nobody's giving Chris a pass.
Yeah,
like, nobody. Like,
yeah.
Even his boy, Chris Jericho's like, nah, he did it.
Yeah, nobody.
No.
Chief, how about you? What's yours?
I mean, every time I open up an article, there's always some celebrity saying how they've been to a Diddy party, but they left early.
Who was it this week?
It was Marlon Wayans this week. You know what I mean? So everybody been to a Diddy party, but everybody left early, huh? So nobody's, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, no, I've been there, but I left early. I left before 1. Well, how
right. The party started at midnight.
Everybody knew 1 o'clock was the cutoff for the Diddy party. Hey,
you know what I mean?
It's not 2 o'clock somewhere. It's 1 o'clock. We gotta go.
So if everybody's leaving, who's the people who's staying late? So nobody ever stayed late? Nah, I cut out of there. You know what I mean? That's when you hear them people say, "Yeah, I had the joint in my mouth. I didn't inhale." Oh, okay. So you just, not me, fellas, not me. So
that information that you went to a Diddy party. I'm thinking that unless they have camera footage of me at a Diddy party, I'm just not admitting I was at the Diddy party.
Awesome. Do you think these parties started at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock? Well, look at the time. It's 10. Got to get home.
Because let me ask you something. Who gets there early to a Diddy party? Who's the first person in? The Diddy party starts at 10. I'll be there at 9:58. I'm here, Diddy. Come on. You ain't show up till 12.
Right.
But you left at 1? Okay. So nobody showed up there. All right, man. All right. You can lie to somebody else, but you can't lie to real people. I'm like, man, there's no way. It's no way.
Hey man, you will take it betting on these teams. All right, fellas. Chief, Jace, appreciate y'all. David Thanos, Snake Eyes, Jamelin Parks, Mark A, Blake Tarpley, James Green. See if I forgot anybody early on. ICT Vinny. I think that was everybody.
Mark
I think
A.
Mark A.
Third,
Lefty Two Lions
GLC.
BK.
Yes.
Right? Okay. I think that was everybody.
We got everybody.
Okay.
We got Green. We got everybody.
ICT Vinny.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Lefty Lion.
Right. All right, then. Well, thank you all. Snake Eyes, I hope you feel better. For now, tomorrow, of course, I'll be back on Lyle's Figure Files, 8:05 p.m. But for now, this episode of Lyle's Movie Files has been filed.